Hello everyone, welcome to Celestial Plants. My name is Crystal Cedar, and today we are going to be doing a spiritual elemental WitchyPagan plan with me in my custom classic and mini happy planner using the 2022 Wee Moon Datebook for the week of February 21st through February 27th. 2/22/22 portal is here, and this is going to be my first weekly plan with me that involves a portal. So what is a portal? A portal is a kind of like auspicious, synchronistic day or date where the numbers are either like master numbers or some people call them angel numbers, but they're basically just very once in a lifetime kind of events, because usually with these master number or angel number years and dates or cosmic events, however you'd like to call them, it'll be usually once in every lifetime, I think. But because of the times that we currently live in, we've actually been living in the past 20 years of portal dates since January 1st of 2001. That was the very, very first portal date, and then it was just like consecutive, like 02/02/02, and then 03/03/03, and then 04/04/04, all the way up until the end of the kind of perceived Mayan calendar. In my practice, I viewed that day as the beginning of a cycle instead of concentrating on the doom and gloom at the time of 12/21/12. That was on December 21st, 2012. That was like the last powerful portal that I experienced, I think, using a 2. Another big portal was on April 4th of 2020. That was a very huge and intense one. And of course, it was right in the middle of the pandemic, and it was just a lot of energy. So bringing it all forward now to this 2/2/22 portal energy, we will not be experiencing another energy like this until March 3rd of 2033. So 11 years. Where you are now, add 11 years to that, and that's when we're going to experience another period of intense energy swirling around and trying to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of talk, like every single time there's a master number date portal, there's always talk of a rapture or an Armageddon. Man, we over that. How many raptures has there been since, like, real talk, January 1st? Like the first ultimate one. So I will be mentioning more about my thoughts and recommendations for the portal, how you can observe it from a safe and stable point of view. Portal dates are always full of a lot of religious kind of meanings, and sometimes those meanings or significances may not be the most positive ones or high frequency or high vibrational ones. Oftentimes they're meant to hype up fear, anxiety, the unknown. It's like starting the first day of school, but it's really what you make of it. Like your first day of school can be really, really horrifying, or it could be really, really awesome, and you could just play with a bunch of new friends. It's similar to that. So for the occasion, because I've been really, really drawn to water and fire elements, this image just pretty much caught every color and the energies, and definitely a lot of whale energy has been coming through. This is created by an artist called Aquasiccio on DeviantArt. So please check them out there. It's a beautiful piece. I believe they also sell prints. And then on the other side, still staying with that same watery theme, this is by an artist called V_share. V_share. So please let me know if I got that wrong on Instagram. And I will be linking both of their art channels or their art platforms in the description below, so that you can also to go through their kind of magical touch pieces of art and art energy work. Like, look at this. These I believe are both digital art, which lately I've been really drawn to, but I still really dig any kind of art. But look at these pretty colors. And so what I did was I printed it on just cardstock. This is not sticker paper or anything. It's just the first image. I left a margin so that I could punch some holes, and then I rounded out the corners because, I'm still obsessed with that. And then I printed out on another piece of cardstock the other image. And it just will be going in between right here. This image is really cool too, and there is a piece of poetry that accompanies this week, but they don't really resonate with me for the energies that I need, which is very powerful whale medicine, water fire element, little bit of whimsy. Like, I just need a little levity. And because the sun has now moved into the sign of Pisces, I think that's why I'm really drawn to whale medicine and just aquatic kind of like undersea vibes right now. And there is a lot of Neptune movement this week as well, so it's probably why. But this will be hanging out here. So if you want to turn to page 52 and 53, those are going to be the pages in the wee moon of the week. So I'm going to have to actually take this out of a glossy sheet protector. This had this beautiful poem and artwork on the back, and that's why I put it in the glossy, but we'll just take that out for the week. And the cheat sheet, which is on page 203 in the back, and my page for the day, which is actually the last page in the mini happy planner dashboard layout for the month of February, and then we go into March already. That's crazy. To make the most efficient use of your time, I'm including timestamps. And this video will be broken up into the moon phases of the week, daily transits and astrology symbol translations, color highlighting and elemental math, mini elemental summary box, the wee moon datebook weekly layout, crystals of the week, and journaling and inserts, where I'm going to be going over my thoughts and recommendations for the 2/22/22 portal. So the language for this week in the Wee Moon Datebook is Spanish. This is the second language out of 4 that the Wee Moon has featured for the year of 2022. And I don't think I had a plan with me yet with the days of the weeks in Spanish. So here we are in February, and the month of February is Febrero, right there. And then Monday is Lunes. Tuesday is Martes, and Wednesday is Miércoles, Thursday is Jueves, Friday is Viernes, Saturday is Sábado, and then Sunday is Domingo. So yay for Spanish. And that's what the week is going to be looking like in the datebook before we write in the elements. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be writing out the moon phases of the week, and we've got all the tools here, so let's get started. So this week we're going to be starting off with the moon leaving its weekend-long hangout in Libra and shifting into the sign of Scorpio. So here we are, Tuesday. This is the portal day. I'm going to highlight it here and here to avoid any smearing as much as possible, so that it's prominent for the week. To highlight the day of the portal, I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of elemental energy color correction for myself, because it will be a very heavy water fire element day. I'm going to remember to calm myself and keep myself centered and grounded using a green or greenish aqua color, so that it's still giving a nod to the water elemental energy of the day, but it's not going to be as intense as if I were to see like fluorescent neon or pink or blue. Like, this is a calmer alternative. This is going to be Moon in Scorpio. Wednesday, we have the Scorpio moon moving into Sagittarius, which is going to be, again, a little bit of turbulence, because all major portals have energies that start up to 48 hours prior and then 48 hours after. And because this portal is going to be in Scorpio, which is one of the weirdo element zodiac signs that have both fire and water, And then the following day it's twin weirdo, where it is fire and earth. I would definitely be wary of those days, just to make sure like you're trying to do extra to stay grounded, centered, and protected. Moon in Scorpio moving into the sign of Sagittarius at 5:29 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Thursday, we have the moon solidly in the sign of Sagittarius. On the 25th, Friday, on Viernes, we have the moon moving away from Sagittarius into the sign of Capricorn. On Saturday, we have the moon solidly in Capricorn. And then on Sunday, we have the moon leaving Capricorn and moving into the sign of Aquarius at 10:35 in the morning. Looks like that's going to be a crazy night. Saturday night into Sunday. So these are the moon phases for the week of February 21st through February 27th. And now we're going to move into the daily transits and the astrology symbol translations from the Moon Datebook. So we start on Monday with the moon moving into the sign of Scorpio late at night, actually more on Sunday night. And then we've got the sun trine the moon at 6:28 in the morning. Then we've got the moon square Mercury at 2:27 p.m. Then we've got the moon opposition. Let's see here. Yeah, moon opposition. What is that? Uranus at 9:10 in the evening. Prepping up into the portal. And then we've got the moon trine Jupiter at 10:45 in the evening. So Tuesday for the portal day, we've got the moon square Saturn at kind of kicking things off at 8:53 in the morning. And then we've got the moon sextile Venus at 1:55 in the early afternoon. So that'll be interesting. And then we've got the moon sextile Mars, another Venus and Mars dynamic at 2:58 p.m. So like for many people in my energy working community, we're actually going to be in ceremony and ritual of some sort, or some kind of circling up or gathering. And my ceremony that I'll be a part of or participating in starts at 2 o'clock. So it'll be like 2:22 at 2 o'clock. I did it on 1/11/11 as well for that portal last decade, and so I'm not surprised, but that's going to be an interesting dynamic, that it's going to be sandwiched between Venus and Mars energy. I didn't know that, so that'll be good to know. And then we've got in the afternoon the moon trine Neptune, because all the things. Wednesday, day after the portal. Things are still going to be a little crazy, but hopefully the elements will be a little bit less fire-water dynamic. First off, the moon sextile Pluto at 1:24 in the morning in avoid a course as it moves into Sagittarius. And then we've got the moon moving into Sagittarius. We've got that Mars sextile Neptune. Oh, look, our old friends, fire and water again. And ooh, just 1 minute away from 11:11 right there. And then the sun is going to be squaring the moon at 2:32 p.m. And this is while the moon is still in Scorpio. And the sun is in Pisces, so it's water. And then we have Mercury sextile Chiron, the wounded healer. At some point, I knew there was going to be some kind of Chiron situation, because Chiron, the wounded healer, how can you not, especially with the sun being in Pisces? And here it is right there. So Mercury, the ruler of communication, sextiling Chiron, the wounded healer, which is all the things. Amplifier. And then the last one we've got is moon sextile Mercury at 11:17 in the evening. Next up, Thursday, we have the moon squaring off with Jupiter. Then we've got Venus sextile Neptune at 8:04 in the morning. Then moon sextile, always lose that one, Saturn. Moon sextile Saturn at 12:45 noon. Then we have Mercury, good old Mercury again, squaring off with Uranus at 6:21 in the evening, PST. And then the last one of the day, moon squaring off with Neptune at 7:24 p.m. in the void of course, and the moon being in Sagittarius, squaring off with Neptune, which is water. Okay, so Friday, on Viernes, we've got 2. And it's going to be starting off with the moon in Sagittarius, moving into the sign of Earthy Capricorn at 8:27 in the morning, which will be really nice after this 48-hour period after the portal. Again, 48 hours before and then 48 hours after. So that'll be nice to land in Earth element Capricorn at that time. And then we've got the sun sextile the moon at 9:10 in the evening. So on Saturday, we have the moon in perigee at 2:29 in the afternoon. So nothing that we can really see in the middle of the day in the west coast anyway. But for those that might live in the East Coast, you may notice, even though that the moon is on its waning side, it might have energetic impact, and it's going to be when the moon is going to be in the sign of Capricorn. So moon sextile, so we'll start off with the moon sextile Uranus. And that's going to happen at in the middle of the night at 3:40 Pacific Standard Time. Then we've got the moon sextile Jupiter at 6:43 early in the morning. Then that moon perigee, and then we have a moon perigee at 2:29 p.m. Moon perigee just means that this moon in Capricorn is going to be the closest point in orbit of the moon that's closest to the Earth, so nearest to the Earth. So because the moon is going to be in Capricorn, for those that are sensitive to earth element, if you're perhaps more on the air side or you're more on the water side, you may be feeling an impact in the middle of the day when the perigee occurs. Then we've got the moon sextile Neptune at 9:49 in the evening. So Sunday on Domingo, February 27th, we've got a lot of movement going on in the early morning / Saturday night. The biggest movement is going to happen actually at 10:35 in the morning when the moon shifts from Capricorn into Aquarius, and then we've got all this stuff while we're asleep, but I'm still going to write it out because it could have an impact on the day. So you've got moon conjunct Venus at 1:06 in the night, I guess. And then we've got the moon conjunct Mars, Venus and Mars again, at 2:05 in the morning. Then we've got the moon conjunct Pluto at 6:49 during the void of course. And then we've already got the Capricorn moon moving into Aquarius. So that's a loaded day, actually. That's Venus, Mars, and Pluto in one morning, like one night, because this is all like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and 6 o'clock in the morning when people might just be waking up, and all that energy happening on the astral plane when people are asleep. So I may highlight this just to kind of remind myself to be aware at the nighttime in the evening. So I think what I'll use is purple, and then just put a little note. Actually, I'll use this green again because we already used it. And then right here, I wrote astral plane activity because I will be asleep when all of these things are happening. But just to kind of give a note for myself in my dream journaling that this is the day on Sunday where I'm going to have to be a little bit more aware. So these are the daily transits and astrology symbol translations for the week of February 21st through February 27th. And now we move on to the color highlighting or elemental math, which is my favorite part. So Monday, the moon is going to be moving into the sign of Scorpio early in the middle of the night, technically on Sunday night. So everything with the moon is going to be in water fire. And the sun is in Pisces, which is water. Mercury is air and earth. Uranus is all air. And then we've got Jupiter, which is fire earth. So elementally, with this moon in Scorpio, it's going to be a very big water fire day, even though it does have transit moments of air and earth. So I'm going to say it's going to be fire, water, air because of Uranus. Next, we've got Tuesday. The moon's going to be solidly in Scorpio for this 2/22/22 portal. So here we go. Saturn is Earth. Venus is earth and air. Mars is fire. And Neptune is water. So similar, not too dissimilar to Monday. This is going to be, because again, this moon's in Scorpio, fire, water there, and I'm just going to say fire, water. Look out. Wednesday. So a couple hours after this event right here, things are gonna hopefully be a little calmer as the Scorpio moon moves into Sagittarius that has half earth element. So this doesn't happen until 5:29 in the morning. So this moon here is going to be in Sagittarius, while this moon here is still going to be in a void of course in Scorpio. And this is because, again, Scorpio and Sagittarius are two elements, the only signs of the zodiac that have two elements, Scorpio being fire, water, and then Sagittarius, where the moon is going to be at this time of day, is going to be fire, earth. Next, we've got Pluto, which is the same, fire, water. So this is another night similar to down here where there might be some crazy astral plane activity, because this void of course happens at 1:24 in the middle of the night or early in the morning, depending on how you look at it. And I do a lot of astral plane activity, and so I need to make sure that I'm settling in after this whole day's portal energy. So I'm going to highlight that. And just like I wrote here, I'm going to emphasize the astral plane activity. And this is still a process. Like, this is the first time I've ever really highlighted nights where I'm going to have to be a little careful for astral plane activity, but I think it's going to be something that I will need moving forward in the year, and something that may benefit you as well. If you're a light sleeper, a hard sleeper, a deep sleeper, if you're a dream journaler, this will have significance for you. Then we've got fiery Mars, sextile Neptune, so another dynamic, fire, water. Sun and Neptune is going to be squaring off with the moon. At that time of day, it will be in Sagittarius. So water, sun in fire, earth, moon. And then we've got Mercury, which is air and earth, with the amplifier Chiron. So air and earth. And then I'm going to highlight in neon just Chiron, because Chiron is the wounded healer and an amplifier. With this much stuff going on the day after the portal, yeah, I need to know about that. But luckily it's happening at night, so this is going to be at 9:06 in the evening. And then we've got the moon sextile Mercury, and then Mercury again is air and earth. This is the first 24 hours after the 2/22/22 portal. Now we're going to move into the 48 hours on Thursday, with the moon being solidly in Sagittarius, so everything moon related is going to be fire and earth. Jupiter is fire, earth. Saturn is earth. Uranus is air. And air again. So the elemental energies for the day of Wednesday, February 23rd, I'm going to say it's going to be fire, water, air. fire, water, air. So the elemental energies for the day on Thursday, February 24th, it's fire, earth, and I also added air element because of Uranus in the early evening and then into the later evening while the moon is in a void of course. Friday is going to be super simple. The sun in Neptune is going to be sextiling the moon, which at this time of day will be in Capricorn. And this is at night, so some of these elements will carry over. On Saturday, the moon will be in Capricorn the whole day. So all things moon is going to be earth elements. And then we have Uranus, which is air. Jupiter, which is going to be fire, earth. And that's moon perigee is going to be earth element because it's in Capricorn. And then the moon will sextile Neptune, and that is water. So energies of the day, I would probably say it's going to be earth and fire. And then Sunday, with this crazy dynamic here, let's see. Capricorn, Earth. So the elemental energies for Saturday, February 26th, I'm going to say is going to be earth, air, and water. And this earth-water dynamic is going to be carried on into the astral plane, and that's why I highlighted it here. And the moon on this day is going to be in Capricorn until 10:35 in the morning. So all of this is still the moon in Capricorn in Earth. We have Venus overnight. This is all before I wake up anyway. East Coast, you might already be awake and functioning, but Venus is going to be in Earth and Air. We have Mars, which is fire. And then Pluto, which is fire and water. So I'll say that it's going to be a big earth and fire. Early morning, night, and then during the day it'll be a little bit chill, more chill possibly, while you're still trying to remember your dreams and get settled for the day. With the moon moving into Capricorn moon, so earth element moon moving into air sign Aquarius at 10:35 in the morning. So after you wake up, it'll be Aquarius moon energy. So now I'm going to write a summary of this in this little teeny tiny mini elemental summary box. It's a cool way and a quick reference for me to be able to know how to balance out my elemental energies at a glance, and it looks cute. Okay, so this is the mini elemental summary box for the week of February 21st through February 27th. I've highlighted the 2/22/22 portal day right here. Monday, we've got fire, water, earth. On Tuesday, we've got fire, water. On Wednesday, we've got fire, water, air. On Thursday, fire, earth, air. On Friday, water, earth. Saturday, earth, air, water. And then on Sunday, we've got earth and fire. So you can easily see the first 3 days of this week, including the 2/22 portal, have no earth. No earth element. It's all fire, water, fire, water, fire, water on all 3 days here, with the air element on Monday, and then on Wednesday 24 hours before, and then 24 hours after the portal opens. Air element is about kind of like remembering to breathe and staying calm is how I'm interpreting it this week. Some people may think of air element as confusion or fog, so that's another aspect of air element that you may have to look out for. And then later on in the week, there's a lot more earth element and less air and less fire, with the exception of Sunday, when it's just going to be earth and fire. We're going to move on to the Wee Moon Datebook weekly layout, and I'm going to be moving these elemental energies of the day into every single day in the Wee Moon Datebook. So these are the elemental energies of the week in the Wee Moon Datebook layout for the week of February 21st through February 27th. We have on Monday, the 21st, fire, water, air element. On Tuesday, the 2/22/22 portal, we've got fire and water. Wednesday, the 23rd, fire, water, air. Thursday, we have fire, earth, and air. Friday, we have water and earth. Saturday, we have earth, air, and water. And then on Sunday, we have earth and fire. So you can include these these abbreviations for fire, water, earth, and air in the top of your weekly layouts, in your planners, in your pujos, in your journals, to just keep track of the elemental energies so that you yourself know how to balance your energy field throughout the day and throughout the week. Next up is the crystal of the week. And the crystal of the week is one crystal, and that is fluorite. Fluorite is one of my favorite and first stones that I worked with because of its beautiful banded color. This one is from Brazil, I believe. And it's just so beautiful. It's all about transmuting negative energy into productivity. And sometimes negative energy can just be kind of like low frequency, low vibration, general public kind of energy that you may not be able to escape this week because things are happening in the world. And every time there's a master number, auspicious date event, there's always got to be some kind of Armageddon talk or some kind of rapture talk, end of the world, doomsday, that kind of stuff. So instead of dwelling in it and allowing those crazy, chaotic, dissonant energies to affect your energy field, what fluorite is able to do is to teach us how to transmute that negative energy into productivity. Sometimes it's a little difficult to transmute negative energy into positive energy, so instead transmute it into productivity. So perfect example, if you have that one bootsy lagger coworker that doesn't want to pull their own weight and leaves you to do more work, you can use that negative, low frequency, lower vibrational lagger laziness energy to your benefit by transmuting, using this, that negative energy into productivity. Let it fuel you instead of fool you. This is usually what I kept on my desk in the last decade to help me transmute energies just like that in my energy work community. There was a lot of competition, a lot of envy, a lot of very unwelcome dissonant energies. And I have a feeling that this portal will bring that up again because For the most part, people are waking up and learning that they can use their own awareness to choose what resources of education regarding spirituality, energy work, energy fields, elementals, they're finding their own resources versus listening to one guru or just one group. And it's a wonderful time. In ancient times, in indigenous times, that's what we did. We worked with Mother Earth, we worked with Mother Nature, we worked with Mother Ocean, Yamaya, and we found and made our own conclusions of how we need to resonate and work within this planet. But unfortunately, because of colonization and institutionalizations and indoctrination, we've gone away from that independent, free-thinking awareness, even when it comes to the spiritual community, when it's supposed to be organic and intuitive. And so this fluorite helps to transmute that chaotic dissonant energy into productivity. If you don't understand something, it's okay to say, I don't understand this. I'm not even going to rush to any conclusions. I'm just going to sit with it. I'm going to research it. I'm going to read books. I'm going to watch videos. I want to, ask my friends or family about it. Or I'm going to ask my community and my mentors about it instead of being on your own. And it's beautiful too. This fluorite stone represents the heart chakra. In this case, for this week, I'm going to say it's going to represent the lungs and the back. And the purple stands for the crown chakra, which is all about opening new doors and or tapping the resources that possibly you have been keeping hidden or you haven't actually accessed until it made sense now. So my thoughts on the 22222 portal. We've been experiencing, like I've said earlier in the video, in the previous decade and ever since January 1st of 2001, these reoccurring portals and auspicious dates. We're just living in that time of the planet right now, and our descendants after us will be like, oh my goodness, grandma and grandpa totally lived through those portal times. And it is a time of being conscious, awakening. It's the time of ascension processes. But most importantly, I believe this change and the Pluto return of the US, which just started on February 20th, is all about the reclamation of the indigenous. And that's the indigenous worldwide. Because unfortunately, US colonization is not just limited to our continent, it's also spread out into the islands of Hawaii, the islands of Puerto Rico, the islands of the Philippines, parts of Okinawa, and it's become an international thing, this colonization wound that the US started 248 years ago with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And it was really not meant to make people equal. It was meant to separate people and to have a lot of lower frequency, lower vibration, harmful and destructive energy towards a beautiful indigenous land that we are lucky to call North America. And it's time to acknowledge the reclamation of the returning and the acknowledgement that these are stolen lands that we live on. If you live in America, you live on stolen land. If you live in a territory of the US, you are living on occupied land. If you live in Hawaii, that is a total example of colonized, occupied, indigenous land. Hawaii never conceded to the US, and it's kind of like wound of intergenerational trauma of not consenting to this occupation of the US is starting to show its colors. It's starting to swing the pendulum back from a very, very large period of plantations and plantation owners and corruption and destruction and pollution and military occupation. That's now swinging the other way back. And the people are reclaiming the land. The indigenous people are not all gone. They're still here. They survived. Their DNA survived. And so we can move forward in this new day and age with their beautiful knowledge, with their culture, intact, but modified obviously to accommodate all of the ancestral trauma, intergenerational trauma, the state of the land and the water. The water is getting polluted, it's getting disrespected, and water is life. So this is what this 22222 portal means to me. It's not a huge day for manifestation. It's not a huge day to charge your crystals or anything like that. If you want to go out and maybe do a memorable event, or you want to purchase a piece of history to you that would remind you, oh, this was the day that the portal was, like, you can go ahead and do that. But I will not be charging any of my crystals. I'm not going to be doing any of my herbal magic. I'm not going to be doing any craft at all. I'm just going to participate in a small ceremonial circle of energy workers that I love and trust, and then I'm going to observe the day. So my big word for this week would probably have to be awareness. Awareness. It is okay to observe and just be aware, because a lot of times we don't know what we're looking at. The sun is in Neptune. Neptune is all about illusion sometimes. And with as much fire and earth and water element that's happening this week, I need to be able to kind of take a stance and then just observe. And so if you are like me, it is okay to just have awareness. Have awareness for your surroundings. Have awareness for the people around you and how they may be acting or reacting to this portal. And awareness of your own body and your own energy field. Because in times of big events, cosmic events like this, you may be susceptible to psychic attack a little bit more than usual, and you may be susceptible to entity attachments, people's projections of aggression, of sadness, despair, stress, and those kinds of things. So please prepare yourself correctly. Carry your talismans, carry your crystals. I did add hematite to my own wearing talismans just because I needed a little bit more deflective, protective energy and grounding for this week. And you may as well. So if you have been wearing stones around your neck or around your wrists, you may want to either add to them this week, or you may want to take away and then replace to boost up your protection. And then if you have fluorite, this is just a larger piece example, but if you even have a small little piece of fluorite, I would highly recommend keep that in your purse this week, keep it on your desk, keep it in your pocket, and help transmute some of those weird, heavy, dissonant energies associated with this portal into something productive for your own benefit. Also featured this week in the Wee Moon Datebook, kind of like to end the month of February, is this beautiful piece of poetry called Seeds by Emily Kadar from 2019. I highly recommend that you read it because it has everything to do with this portal energy of just kind of unknowing, but also to possibly something that is coming and we don't know what to anticipate, but to know that you want to change is going to be pretty powerful. And then look at this beautiful piece of art, all my colors. Where's my journaling card? Beautiful piece of art. It's called Night Shadows by Barb Levine from 1997. Look at those colors. It's not even coming through on the camera very well, but it is beautiful, and it's in keeping with color theme of those purples and blues. And I didn't even notice it before, but yeah, very similar. It's the frequency. A lot of times people work with color frequency. I'm definitely one of those people when you're trying to like calm your thoughts or to be inspired for the week. And I think I'm going to be making more of these little photo journaling card art inserts, because sometimes you don't have to make a big production of it. Sometimes you just need like a visual reminder. And again, this is going to be linked in my description below if you'd like to check out more of their beautiful art. This is by an artist called Aquasixio on DeviantArt, and this was a piece that was created on February 20th of 2015, so 2/2015, so nice. And then this piece of art I found on Instagram, and this is by an artist called VE_share, and that's a beautiful kind of like representation of the season of Pisces and all the Neptune energy that we'll be experiencing. It's just gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining me today for this weekly Plan With Me video. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the energy work that I practice, I am offering one-on-one sessions online remotely, and you can find that at ascensionfromwithin.com. I'm currently offering a very special discount in my offering towards the March 3rd portal, which is going to be 03/03/2022. And that sales code is self-love2022 to receive 30% off all of my one-on-one session packages on my website at ascensionfromwithin.com. If you're curious and would like to know a little bit more about your elemental energy and your energy fields, I also do casual divination because I do talk to spirit, and that discount code will for 30% off. Again, it is self-love2022, will be valid until March 3rd, 2022. May we all aspire to find energetic balance and connection to our own loving spirit and inner brightness today. Until next time, friends in pause, everyone take care and blessed portal day. Bye-bye.